go. Let's turn the music up a little bit. All right. Here we go. Salute to this Knicks Nation on this Friday night. Knicks in DC visiting the Wizards. Back on the road. And it was a little bit of a slow start, man. It was a brick fest for both teams. But the Knicks would pick it up in the second half, led by Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson, who poured in with 34. Julius Randle, who committed a homicide tonight. RJ Grimes Quickley. It was a team effort. It wasn't easy. It was another cardiac Knick affair. But the Knicks were able to escape DC with a win. 112 to 108. And Knicks go to 24-19 on the campaign, man. Let's talk about it. Call us up, 657-383-1509. Or hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. CP the Fanchise here on the Solo Dolo. 112 to 108, man. Knicks get a W in DC. And like I said, it was not easy. What is a Knick game without a cardiac Knick affair? Knicks holding on. Knicks have an 11-point lead with 2 minutes to go. And the Wizards go on a 10-2 run to cut this thing to 3. But luckily, you got Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson in the building to help seal this deal, man. And we got to start this one off with Brunson, man. 34 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. And after a slow start in the third quarter, he was just electric. I'm continuing to be impressed by his arsenal. It just seems like his bag is just unlimited. Absolutely unlimited. You can't stop this guy. You could try to put size on him. He's able to score over him. He uses the angles. He uses the glass. His footwork is ridiculous. Get this man a Utah, people. Knicks fans, you guys got to go out there and vote. Get this man to Utah. Jalen Brunson, his 5th game of the season with at least 30 points and 5 assists. The last Knick guard to have at least 5 games with 30 points and 5 assists was Stephon Marbury with 6 in 2006-2007 campaign. That's what I said. A lot of you guys didn't like my answer. Jalen Brunson is the best Knick point guard since Stephon Marbury. Now, Marbury didn't help us get wins. So I know a lot of you guys are sour on the Marbury era, but I feel like Jalen Brunson, talent-wise, is the best Knick point guard since Stephon Marbury. So he was absolutely electric. 50% from the field, 12 of 24 from downtown, 3 of 6, 12 of 24 from the field, 3 of 6 from downtown. And Brunson, you watch some of those threes, man. A lot of those pull-up threes. He wasn't taking a lot of those with Dallas. He's on an uptick in terms of his three-point attempts and his pull-up threes. And he's been knocking them down. That elbow three is his deal. So give credit to Jalen Brunson because he's continuing to impress, man. Continuing to impress and continuing to lead this team. Where would this team be without him? Where would this team be without him, man? Get this man to Utah, people. He deserves it. Coming off the hip injury, he's still averaging 33 points per game. Coming off of a hip injury. This is now game number 7. He's absolutely incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. So that was Brunson's night. 40 minutes for him. 8 rebounds, 8 assists to go along with 34 points. 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover. The guy is steady with the ball. He rarely makes mistakes. 1 turnover. Absolutely impressive, man. Absolutely impressive. And look, this is a Wizards team that, you know, they guard opposing point guards pretty well. They've been doing pretty well against opposing point guards. So, give credit to Brunson once again because he was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. How about Julius Randle's night? 23 points, 16 rebounds, and a homicide. Outline Daniel Gafford in chalk. Let's say rest in peace to Daniel Gafford tonight, because Julius just completely obliterated him. Great game by Julius once again. Another double-double for Julius Randle. And that's his 9th straight. The longest streak of his career. Shout out to JD for the stats. The longest streak of Julius Randle's career. So shout out to Julius because, look, the rebounding numbers just speaks to effort. He had a key block down the stretch tonight. 23 points. He was in his bag. 2 of 6 from downtown. Had a couple of clutch buckets in crunch time. Had a nice one-on-one move on Kuzma, taking him to the rack. Not too many guys that can face Julius one-on-one outside of a double team. Now, you had a boneheaded moment in the cardiac crunch time that was the fourth quarter. Because with the Knicks up 4, seconds remaining, you have Julius fouling Kyle Kuzma on a 3-point attempt. We don't need that. And I've been using the "we don't need that" very, very sparingly with Julius this year. He's been great this year. All-star. We got to get him to Utah. But Julius, and then he's complaining. He's got his hands on his head. He's ready to throw a tantrum. You fouled him. But nevertheless, they were able to get out of that jam. Great game by Julius tonight. RJ picked it up. Fourth quarter especially, he picked it up. 17 points for RJ. 7 of 13 from the field. He fished a night for him. 5 rebounds and assists. I thought he picked it up fairly well in the fourth quarter. I thought Quentin Grimes had some moments there in the third. Wasn't a great shooting night for him, only 2 for 10. But I thought in the third quarter he had some moments. But my unsung hero of the night, Brunson is Brunson. Brunson's doing his thing, consistently doing it. Julius doing his thing. They consistently pace the starters. My unsung hero of the night, ladies and gentlemen, is Immanuel Quickley. Put some respect on Quickley's name tonight, folks. Because all of this weekend and, even the past few weeks, we've been talking about this Knicks bench. What are they going to do? Are they going to go out and make a trade? They need reinforcements. They need some offense. They need defense. But Quickley has been having a strong past month, whether at a starter or a reserve. And he was incredible this whole game. But in the fourth quarter, Knicks had a 3-point lead in the fourth quarter. At about 11 minutes to go, Quickley hits a floater. He gets another floater and one, misses the free throw. He makes a beautiful cut. RJ finds him, and Quickley's able to find Hartenstein for a dunk. One of an easy score for Hartenstein, finally. And then Quickley jumps out in transition, gets fouled, and one again. So in that 2-minute and 30-minute stretch, the Knicks go from up 3 to up 14, and Immanuel Quickley accounted for 9 of those Knicks points. 9 Knicks points Immanuel Quickley accounted for by himself. He was great. Quickley's just playing great, man. He's making all the right decisions. His scoring is back up. 7 of 13 from the field tonight. 4 rebounds, 2 dimes, 18 points for Quick. It's important. Quickley's contributions off the bench right now is very important. Because you got an offer from Obi tonight, 12 minutes, only 2 shots. Got to figure that out, get him back into the mix. Hartenstein, 8.7 rebounds with Hartenstein and nothing for McBride. So Quickley's going to be very important. And you saw once again him getting critical minutes in that fourth quarter. So Thibodeau's been opting to go Quickley, Grimes coming in a little bit later. You saw a small ball lineup once Mitch fouled out, where you had Brunson, Quickley, RJ, Grimes, and Julius out there, just for a couple of seconds out there. But you're seeing Tibbs, he's relying on Quick in those major minutes. And then I also thought rotation-wise, Tibbs made some interesting moves because he started that fourth quarter off with Brunson and RJ out there for a couple of minutes, and they were part of that Knicks going on a 14-0 run in that fourth quarter. Then he put Brunson on the bench. I believe he did put RJ on the bench. He had McBride out there as well, way into the fourth, into like 5 minutes into the fourth before Brunson got back into the game. So that was an interesting little wrinkle that he had there. 9 points in 2.5 minutes for Immanuel Quickley. To me, that was the turning point of the game. That was the turning point of the game. Quickley was just great. His pace was great. He was pushing the tempo, got the Knicks out in transition. He was good. So they got the win. They got the win that they needed to get. 112-108. You had no Bradley Beal in this game. No Monte Morris. Wizards short-handed. They were playing well. They let Kuzma score 40 points on Kuzma bobblehead night. They had a Kuzma bobblehead with Kuzma, in a size 10X sweater. Gave it to the fans. I'm not sure what type of, gift that would be. But, they let Kuzma drop 40. And a lot of that was on RJ. Let's just keep it a buck. Kuzma was torching RJ tonight. Grimes shut him down. But, 40 points for Kuzma tonight. I should have taken him on Prize Picks, but I made that mistake. So, that was that. And our guy, Kristaps, 21 points, 6 of 19 from the field, 4 of 8 from downtown. Kristaps and Kuzma got it popping late in that fourth quarter because, like I said, the Knicks had an 11-point lead with 2 minutes to go. And Kristaps and Kuzma were a big part of that 10-2 Wizards run to try to make things very, very interesting. But the Knicks were able to hold on. And we'll talk about Kristaps and his comments about the Knicks. Kristaps sounded like he was a little bit homesick, man. So we'll get to that. And talk about some other things, man. So salute to Knicks Nation. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys, man. CP the Fanchise here. Solo Dolo. Knicks win 112-108, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Throw an emoji in the chat. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I want to shout out Honcho. $50 super chat by Honcho, man. Definitely appreciate the love. We got Low from the Bronx in here. $10 super chat. He says Jalen Brunson is an all-star. Looks like they're learning the whole leads. Ref tried to give them the game. IQ looks like he found his game. Julius Randle hasn't balling. Still scares me at times with RJ balling. We have a good team. Let's go. Somebody with a funny comment. Ernest in the chat says, CP, how could you call that a win when the Knicks were playing with 7 players on the court versus 3 for Washington? We had Taj and KP on the team. And shout out to Taj, still getting the job done. That's my guy, Brooklyn's finest. Jub, $5 super chat says, Knicks got to bring back Cantor just for the regular season. Dude was putting up Ewing numbers for us. Yeah, I don't know if Enes Kanter is even thinking about basketball right now because according to reports, the Turkish government got a bounty on his head right now. So, Cantor, an enemy of the state, I don't think he's really worried about basketball right now. But, hope all is well with him, man. You never want to hear things like that. You never want to hear things like that. It's very unfortunate. But, yeah, according to news reports, Cantor has a $500,000 bounty on his head. And his freedom. Put some respect on his name. And his freedom. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Enemy of the state for real. Shout out to Ricardo Raquelme. Says Brunson is him. $5 super chat says Knicks played good. Need to do something about the bench with the exception of Quick. Yeah, tonight was Quick's night. But as I've been saying on all these SNY appearances, unless they make a trade, it's Obi. The move on the bench is Obi. Forget Cam. Cam's a goner. Forget Fournier. He's not going to play. It's Obi. We got to get Obi activated. Figure it out. We got to get Obi activated, man. But for tonight, Quickley was able to hold it down, and the Knicks get a win. And with their schedule, as Alan Hahn said in the MSC postgame, Knicks going into this thing in the second half with the third hardest schedule, strength of schedule-wise. So, got to win these games. Undermanned, shorthanded Wizards team. a team that you're better than even at full strength, win that game. The first of 3, I believe, against the Wizards, win that season series. Win it, win it, win it. Let's go to the phones here with the people got to say, man. Why me? Why me on the Discord? Let's go.
Yo. Salute to the Knicks Nation.
Let's go.
Why me? Peace, parishioners, onlookers, and listeners. Ayo, listen.
Boss.
The team is the team that we have right now. I got to stop trying to trade everybody. We're building. We got a point guard. CP, you stole my Stephon Marbury stat, but it's all good.
All good.
But at the end of the day, we got a point guard that could drop 44. He's going to get 50. He might go for 60. Who knows? But at the end of the day, we got a point guard since Clyde Frazier, since Steph, since the great Nate Robinson that can give you over 40. You gotta say Mark Jackson too. What we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Julius is balling. Everybody's balling. You got one of our stars, our highest draft picks getting homesick. They want to play here now. Everybody, we building it up. The only problem that I have as far as our season is that when guys come to Madison Square Garden, it seemed like they have the game of their life. We need to protect home court. Our record will be much better. So as of right now, going into March, we got all the top dogs in the Eastern Conference: Philly, Boston, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So in Toronto, we got Toronto on Monday. So this is going to be the test right here. Shout out to Immanuel Quickley. Shout out to Quentin Grimes. Obi, you got to get in your bag, bro. It's like when in House Party when Groove asked Kid to show him that dance move. Obi need to be in the gym with Jalen Brunson. Like, yo, show me that move you did, bro. Show me that. Yo, show me that. I want to learn that. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you for letting me set it off, bro.
Yeah.
I want to get on with you one day when I get my stripes up. Knicks Nation, stand up.
Let's go.
Look, this is what we doing right now.
Let's go.
We 5 or 6 games over 500. Stay patient. March, February, this is our test. Shout out to MLK. We love you. Knicks Nation, let's go.
Where you calling in? Where you calling in from?
Oh, yo, I'm from Harlem.
Okay.
I'm in South Carolina right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out here with my kids and everything. But I'm from Harlem, New York. No doubt. Stand up. You know what we do.
Harlem, USA. Let's get it, man. Appreciate the call.
It's love, bro.
Why me setting it off? New caller setting it off tonight. Let's go to Will from LI. Will, how you feeling, man?
Hey, what's going on, CP, man? How you doing tonight?
How you feeling tonight, Will? How was the birthday celebration, man? I'm glad to hear you back and you made it. You survived.
Yeah, a little bit today, and I wasn't even hold you. I was sipping a little bit tonight, but we got the win, so we happy for it. But let me tell you, Julius Randle, boy, that man almost made me put a hole through my TV. Oh my goodness! Listen, man, listen.
Yeah.
And then shout out to the new caller, talking about this team and keeping it together, man. Listen, like I said, and I'm still standing 10 toes down. Anybody want to see me battle the fans, come see me. Listen, use this season to evaluate Julius Randle, because for me, until he shows me something during money time, playoffs, something, all I see is the guy that can put up numbers, but when it comes down to high-pressure situations, I don't want him nowhere near the ball, and that's a problem. And then, everything else, man, I'm going to just leave it on that. Also, shout out to RJ. Listen, man, he was getting cooked tonight. He was not my friend, because literally, bro, if he got 21 points, I would have had $600 on Prize Picks.
Oh, you went for the 6 for 6 tonight.
I got 5 for 6, bro.
Ooh.
5 for 6. If RJ would have had 21 points, drinks would have been on me.
Oh,
hey.
I hope Jalen Brunson was on your Prize Pick sheet. He was on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle. He's a lock for the rebounds. Quickly, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just needed RJ to get a little bit more. He started off a little bit slow.
Yeah,
he did good that first game, but he still got a little bit of rush on him. So
gotcha.
We'll get him back together. Still star J, but
good to hear from you, man.
Money. Either way, man. Yeah. Shout out to you, dog.
Will, always good to hear from you, man. Will, an OG caller. Rate that call in the chat, man. I'm very curious to hear what the people got to say. After a win, Will. I thought he was kind of hard on Julius tonight, man. I thought Julius had a good game. I mean, my thing is this. You guys know where I'm at long term with Julius, but for right now, the team is winning. They're 14-6. 14-6 in the last 20 games. He's been a big part of that. He's having an all-star year. I give credit where it's due. He's killing it right now. Killing it. I'm with Will. I want to see what happens in money time, but for right now, I'm not worried about Julius trades. They're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. So it just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. And Will, you're getting a lot of tomatoes in the chat right now, man. A lot of tomatoes. Well, I see a couple of fives. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D in the building. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. Chuck's throwing some fives out there. Okay. Squad started off a little bit slow tonight, man. So I had to hit the homie Primo up down in DC, man. For those of you that frequent DC, check out the park on 14th Street and ask for Primo. Tell him CP the Fanchise sent you. I hit up Primo. I said, Primo, man, these guys are shooting bricks right now. Did they go out last night? Were they at the park? He said, nah, CP, they weren't at the park, but they were at Rose Bar. I said, that makes sense. So we'll chalk up the first half. They trying to get over it. Second half, they're going to turn up, and that's what they did, man. Jalen, Julius took over in the third quarter. IQ, fourth quarter, and that was all she wrote. Shout out to Primo. All right, who else we got on the Discord? Cody Glock on the Discord. Cody Glock, let's go.
Shout out KnicksFanTV, man. Average Trevor, shout out Manscaped, man. I'm kind of jumping in. I ain't trying to wake my baby up, but yeah, you gotta mow the grass so you can see the snakes. Yeah. I love roasted peanuts from the peanut lady. JB, top 5 point guard. Last 5 games, top 5 point guard. I don't want to hear nothing from everybody in the league. I'm talking about, man. Mm-hmm. This guy needs to be an all-star. He to me, he's a lock all-star.
Yeah.
And to me, he's a lock most improved player of the year. That's just my opinion on that. And I know you've seen this coming. Let me tell you a little something about Mitchie. You see Mitchie, even though he fouled out tonight, right?
Oh, Mitch was great tonight. I thought Mitch was on point tonight.
He was on point, man. He gave me my parlay 10 rebounds. Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting on a lot of, stuff to fall in my favor, but that fell in my favor. I knew Mitchie was going to do his thing when it came to that. Mitchie, you're not no snitchy. Maybe you use a little Manscaped, get a little itchy, but he not no snitchy. All right, man. Shout out CP on the Dolo tonight, man. You doing a great job, man. SNY, you should be the freaking leader, bro.
Salute, man. Salute. Appreciate it, bro.
Salute to you, man. You already know, man.
All right, cool, man. My guy Cody Clock, man. Man, he's being slow motion, man. I feel like he's still on Wednesday. We on Friday, Cody. Let's go. 112-108. Knicks won. We got to turn up, man. I feel like he's still on Wednesday. And shout out to Mitch, though. Mitch had a good game. Let's go to the phones. Captain Optimism is on the line, man. Benji from Manhattan. Benji, what's going on? Benji going once.
Hey, sorry about that, CP.
Yeah.
Nice win tonight, rapid fire. Because I got a lot of sleeping kids in the house.
I figured you got your library voice on, so I figured you're in the house tonight.
Yeah, man. Well, I took an inside walk, but I thought iHeart was a big difference maker tonight. He's been off, as we know, for the last month, and he had some nice finishes there that gave us a nice lift. I think he was like a plus 12 tonight. 8 and 7. I mean, what more can you say, man? They just, it always gets dicey at the end, but I mean, it's amazing. I still have some friends that criticize Randall, and I just, for the life of me, can't understand why. This guy has been so good this year. I mean, there's an occasional mental mistake, but I mean, by and large, this guy's out there battling, just ripping, playing. He's playing so hard, man. I don't want to hear any more about that lack of effort.
Yeah,
this guy's playing
very
his
hard.
butt off out there, man.
Playing very hard.
And he usually botches those dunks. Like, he'll miss it. And tonight, that was a big lift. I wanted to ask you, just with the bench, I got to be honest, I'm not really feeling Deuce right now. I think I think that could be one area that we can upgrade. I know there's been some names discussed, Eric Gordon, etc. But I just feel like, besides Quickley, Hardenstein had a good night tonight, but Toppin's minutes, I don't know. Toppin, like in these 2 games, granted, I'll give him a little bit of a break because he's coming back from an injury. We haven't even seen like a chance or even like the slightest resemblance of him getting out and running. He had the one opportunity tonight, and he threw that nice alley-oop to RJ, which was great. But like you're just not seeing that spring from Obi, man. And I was watching him pretty closely tonight. He just ran right to the corner and just stood there. It's like, that's not the way to use him. So I don't know, man. I think we gotta really entertain to flip him, man. Let's package him together with some of the pieces that we have, maybe a pick and a couple picks, and let's make a move to get somebody. Randall's here to stay, as you said.
Yeah,
he's having an all-star season. Obi's not a 3-point specialist, man. He started off the season like shooting like 50% from 3, and like that number has just been slowly going down. So I don't know, man. Two winnable games coming up. For a father like me, weekend day games are kind of my kryptonite. But so I probably won't be able to call in on Sunday. But I'm expecting us to, knock on wood, destroy Detroit, even though they're playing a little better. And then we know Monday is going to be tough no matter what, because Toronto is going to just be a pain in our butt.
Sure.
But man, love the show. We're stacking wins. Jalen Brunson deserves MVP votes. I'm out.
Let's go.
Excited for Sunday.
All right. Appreciate the call, man. Benji from Manhattan. Let's go to the St. Louis. Jay from the Lou. Jay, how you feeling, man?
CP, I'm good, man. It's much love, man. You know the YouTube been going crazy. Appreciate everything you've been doing for us, man.
Yeah, man. Long time, bro.
I'm going to get into it, though, man. Yeah, man. I'm going to get into it, man. I think, with our team, I like what's been going on, man. The second half of the season, we definitely been, progressing as much as we needed. I think, the key things to this, RJ's been trying his best to pick up where he left off before he got hurt. And it's been looking good for him. I feel like if he can give us, 3 more assists, with a 17-point game, I don't mind it at a night where our second option went for, 20. Our best option went for 30. So, that's something we can, we can get, especially on nights like this against a Wizard team that's, pretty much with 3 options. That's the good, besides Boy going 40 tonight, But with RJ, I think, like I said, he's been, getting better, and I think that's because, Drew Hanlen's been around a lot lately. He was at this game tonight, so I feel like he's getting those pointers where he's needed, so he's going to be, counted on now, especially since the second half of the season is the best half of the season, all his career, so I think we're going to see a lot from that. I think with Jalen, I think we need some type of option behind him. I don't like him playing all these minutes, especially in the 40s. I think, we need him for the playoffs, postseason, if we do make it. I think we definitely need something behind him that's going to help. And I also think, Tibbs is still out of here, even if we're first, round out, hard out. I just don't think, the guy is, good for the NBA league that's been playing these days. So he got to go, man. It's just simple as that, And at the end of the day, it's about respect for me, saying the great words of Jeezy. I want to be respected in this league, and I think, we got to get somebody that's going to get us, that offensive edge. So, hey, coming from the middle of the map, you know what it is.
Jay, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, RJ, he picked it up in the second half. Got a shot going. It was on the defensive end that you really wanted him to pick it up. Kuzma was eating his food tonight. He was just a step slow out there. Kuzma was eating him up. So you want to see that pick up. But certainly offensively, he got it going late, and that was a good sign. Back to Benji's thoughts on the bench and the trade. I talked about this on SNY in the pickup with on the putback with Ian Begley. I don't know what type of terms these guys are on with Utah. I don't know if there's bad blood over the Mitchell trade or what happened there. I'll make a call on Beasley or Clarkson. I would make a call on Beasley or Clarkson. As he said, I love Deuce's defense. I would like to see somebody take that spot who's a better overall player. I would like to see somebody take that spot. Oh, look, they're pushing for the playoffs. You got to get some scoring off the bench. You need defense, of course, but you need some offensive firepower as well. I would look into Clarkson or Malik Beasley. My guy Burks is not available, people. They're not available, so We got to shoot that idea down. No Alec Burks. But I would take a look at Beasley. Beasley's got a good contract, $15 million a year. He's got 1 year left plus a team option. Shooting the 3-ball well. His defensive effort has been picking up in Utah. They've been giving him credit for that. I like Malik. I've always liked Malik Beasley. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. $10 Super Chat says, stars are made, not always born. JB is a star like Brady became a star with the Pats. Right man, right time, right place. Plus, we always said Julius needs a star. RJ has the body to handle the game. He's durable. We got 2 All-Stars on the team, man. We got to get them to Utah. Got to. $5 Super Chat from Swanye. Appreciate that. $20 Super Chat. Craig Fletcher. Salute to Craig. Says, could we play a lineup with Randall, Kuzma, and RJ at the shooting guard? Thoughts? Grimes off the bench. I need Grimes starting. Like, to me, if I'm going to put Grimes on the bench, I need a clear-cut superstar to do that. I just feel like Grimes, he's a glue guy. He's the straw that stirs the drink. Defensively, he's taking on the tough. You saw when he was checking Kuzma, as opposed to when RJ was checking him. I thought it was night and day. And Grimes, he's just that glue. And when you have these high usage players like Julius and Jalen and RJ, you want to see Grimes get the ball a little bit more. Tonight he struggled from the field, 2 of 10. But a guy that can keep the offense running, that can keep the continuity of the offense, he can put the ball on the floor. Again, even though he struggled shooting, I thought in the third quarter he had some nice moments there. I like Grimes as that glue, man. Yeah, he's got a lot of potential, man. He's got a lot of potential. Where else we want to go? Let's go Harlem World. Will from Harlem. Will, how you feeling?
CP, what's good, my guy? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How you feeling, bro? Long time.
I've been all right, man. Shit, I can't complain. Oh, excuse my language.
It's a family show.
Friday night, sipping a little bit.
It's all right. It's Friday night. Let's go.
Yeah. I like what we're doing right now. You know, we came back from a little adversity. You know, Jalen Brunson's an all-star. So is Julius. We got to get in there, like you said. Can't trade quick. We got to get Deuce out of here. We got to get Reddish and Fournier out of here and get them guys you were saying. And also one more dude from San Antonio that came here with them when they came last week. What's his name?
What are you talking about?
The guard they had. The guard they have.
Not Keldon Johnson.
Nah, the other dude, the other guy. That was playing the point. He had like 18 off the bench for him.
San Antonio.
Former Miami Heat guy.
Former Miami Heat guy.
Yeah.
Not Trey Jones. Josh Richardson you talking about.
Josh Richardson. I like him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He kills the Knicks. He kills the Knicks whenever he gets a chance.
We need something like that. Big guard, offense and defense off the bench.
Yeah.
And like you said, we got to get Obi going.
Yeah, we got to get Obi going. They got to get out and run. They need some guards out there to get Obi going. You know, he's not a creator. He has some shot creation bag in him, but he needs people to get him going.
Yeah.
They got to get him going.
Yeah, we got get somebody to get him going. And 2 more things, CP.
Yeah.
We need that. We need that. We got a point guard shirt.
Yes.
KnicksFanTV.
Working on it.
And Friday night, baby, I'm at the game, man. What's up?
Man, you know what? I'm trying to get something going out here in New York. I won't be in the A, unfortunately. Okay. Definitely appreciate the call, Will. I won't be in the A. It's on the list. We're gonna get out there eventually, but I'm trying to get something going out here in New York as far as a watch party. So definitely stay tuned for that. For the good people in the chat and those watching at home, shout out to the replay gang. We will try to get something going there. Shout out to this guy, man. We were in the building heavy tonight at the Capital One Arena. Obviously, Knicks fans, it is DC, it's the Beltway. You know, You just take the Turnpike and I-95. You're right there. Obviously, we travel and we live there. So Knicks fans are in the building heavy. But my man right here in the vest was rocking a KFTV snapback. Get yours today, KnicksFanTV.com/shop. Shout out to him, man. He was rocking a Navy one. That Navy one is crispy. We got to get a restock on those. But he was in there repping. So shout out to him. And shout out to MSG Cameraman for getting us on TV. If you know, you know. Okay. Knicks Hive Live, $10 Super Chat says, what about Josh Hart? Last year contract in Portland. Is he available, though? I would have to think Portland, with their goals to compete and their goals to make the playoffs and make a respectable season with Dame here, I would have to think that they would be motivated to keep a guy like a Josh Hart. But I would certainly love to have him on the team. I would certainly love to have him on the team. Shout out to Gotcha Open, $5 Super Chat. Appreciate that. Cali M, team #new. Yeah, if you guys are new in the chat, leave us a #new. We'll shout you guys out, or I'll shout you guys out. I'm so used to having a co-host that I say we, but it's CP on the solo dolo tonight. Knicks win 112-108, 24-19 on the campaign, 12-8 on the road. Put some respect on their name, man. Knicks are road warriors, people. Only one of 4 teams with a winning record on the road. And that's the thing. You know, the Tibbs thing is just very, very interesting. This is a team that is in the top 10 in offensive rating, defensive rating, net rating, 12 winning record on the road. It's in this, you know, I've said this on previous shows. As Knicks fans, we look at things in a sprint, right? We tend to analyze game by game and make sweeping conclusions about where the team is. I'm guilty of it. We all are. But if you take a step back and look at it in the macro from this season, these guys are still bought in. There were times when you thought, Tibbs' days might be numbered. They're mailing it in. They quit. There were a couple of games they quit. But by and large, the effort is there. They're locked in. Clearly, he has his team prepared. As Jay from the Lou was saying, he doesn't think he'd be back even if they made the playoffs. I disagree. I think Tibbs is so clicked in. Tibbs is so clicked in with the front office and has influence in the front office. It will take a complete meltdown, them not making the playoffs, for them to make a change. Jose Morales wants Knicks Fan TV dad hats. Right underneath this video on YouTube, you can get your Knicks Fan TV dad hats right now. Knicks Fan TV dad hats are available. Lamar Jackson says, what's good with the fit? We ain't there yet, man. We rocking snaps, man. We're rocking snaps. I said, what did I say on the 12-4 on the road? They're 13-8 on the road. Correction, 13-8 on the road. They won their 13th game tonight on the road. That's good. That's very good. So shout out to them. 2,000 people in the chat on the check-in, man. Welcome to Knicks Fan TV, the #1 show for the fans, by the fans. Make no mistake, man. Knicks win 112-108. We are taking caller reactions right now. Let us know what you thought about tonight's win. And we're going to go to you guys, man. Let's go to Nick in Flatbush. Nick, how you feeling?
Yo, CP, what it do, man? How you? Solo Dolo CP. Hey,
Solo
thumbs
Dolo.
up for the boys.
Facts.
Shout out Knicks Nation.
Yes.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I know this team got its shortcomings, you know, down the stretch, fourth quarter. But let's not act like this team is world beaters, like there's a bunch of superstars on the floor, you know. The one thing I will say about Tibbs, you know, he get his flack or whatever, but he got these guys bought in. Big difference with Julius last year, you know. Last year, he like if he wasn't scoring, he didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this year, you could tell like he really wants it. You know what I'm saying? Like he going out, he's hustling on the boards. You know, he's fighting every possession. And you know, Daniel Gafford, they still digging him up over there. I don't know where he at, but let's hope that man and his family is good, because that man, he's deceased right now. I don't know where
Gafford did not want to get up after Julius posterized him. He did not want to get up.
Yeah. he was looking bad out there. But and Tibbs, he don't get enough credit for, like, you know, some of these young guys coming up, like Quick, you know, Grimes. Like, you could tell the young dudes that are bought in, they really get after. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I think Quickley, his emergence has just been excellent for this team. You know, this is what we need. Somebody young come off the bench and really provide that spark. Hopefully he keeps it up. And we definitely need somebody else in here off the bench. I would like a Clarkson or Josh Richardson, you know, somebody who's bigger off the bench that could, you know, help space the floor and get after it on defense. But, you know, rapid fire, shout out to Manscaped. Thumbs up for the boys. Shout out to CP on the solo dolo, man. I'm going to holler at you, CP.
Absolutely. Nick from Flatbush, appreciate the call, man. Definitely appreciate the call. Salute to you, man. And salute to Manscaped. As Nick from Flatbush said, man, this show is presented by Manscaped, fellas. Make sure you guys are going out there and getting that Lawnmower 4.0. It is the #1 men's grooming tool below the waist, fellas. Trust and believe. And Manscaped has a ton of great products for today's man. It's not just the balls trimmer. They got shampoo, conditioner, body wash, deodorant, basically everything you need for your grooming lifestyle. Everything you need, man. If you want to go Van Gundy, you want to go Jordan, it's wintertime out here. So, you know, you be the judge. You decide what you want to go with. Just don't send us any testimonials. But what I want you guys to do is go to manscaped.com and use promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. You can't beat that deal. It's a great deal. And trust me, the products are quality. I use it, and it's good to go, man. So salute to Manscaped for their support. 3 years and gunning, man. Let's take a look at this game by the numbers, man. The key stats presented by Prize Picks. And, hey, with no true big man out there, it ain't Daniel Gafford. The Knicks were able to dominate in the paint, which I expected them to do, 50-28. Knicks were also able to win the rebounding battle, 54-50. Came up a little bit short on assists tonight, 15-18. You know, the ball wasn't moving as much, especially in the first half on both teams. Like I said, it was a brick fest. It was an ISO fest. Not much ball moving, not much offense in the first half. And so Knicks only had about 15 assists, Wizards 18. Knicks shooting bricks from downtown tonight, 27% from downtown. And the Wizards 31. So certainly not the long distance shootout. But Knicks were able to get it popping. 71% from the free throw line. They got to get better there. You know, still missing some the gimmies from the charity stripe. That's never a good thing. So they got to clean that up. But overall, Knicks were able to get out of this thing with a dub and go to 24-19 on the campaign. 6th in the East. Knicks are able to take it, man. Knicks are definitely able to take it. Let's go to the phones we go. Let's go to, we got to go to the Knicks Chick in the building. Maria, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
Good. How'd you feel about this win tonight? 112-108, Knicks win.
You know, yeah, nothing like a close game. Why make it easy? You know,
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be a blowout, but all good. So before I make my point, there was a guy earlier that said he doesn't understand why people criticize Randall, so I just wanted to explain to him why.
Yeah.
Because the Kuzma foul that almost cost us the game at the end, that's a perfect example of it. So, you know, his good plays to foolish plays ratio is about 7-1. So that's the reason. And I'm not here to talk down on him. You know, I still think Julius deserves to be an all-star, but the frustrations are valid. So the fact that he doesn't understand that, I just wanted to help him out first. But I want to talk about IQ. You can't say enough about Jalen, but I feel like I don't ever want to sound like I'm taking him for granted.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that you guys will talk about him more. So IQ, I know he thinks he deserves to be a starter in the league, and his talent level is definitely close. But if he's listening, I just need you to stick to the game plan for the betterment of our team and just be a leader off the bench, because what he did tonight was nothing new. He's always brought us consistent energy, high IQ plays, no pun intended, consistent rebounder, consistent free throw shooting, and his shots aren't always the most consistent, but he will consistently score. So we need him as a leader of the second unit, especially since he's one of the only constant things on it until Tibbs figures out life. So, you know, from that second unit, we need Sims, we need Obi to pick up where he left off, but give him a little bit of time. That's a different combo for a different. I'm going to keep it positive, and I want to say something about All-Star. But
yeah,
if you haven't voted yet, it's 3 times points today. I was looking at some of the players that are ahead of Julius and Jalen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Claxton, garbage. LaMelo Ball, his team is garbage. Halliburton, ask Wally. Trae Young, garbage. And that's not even me speaking as a Knicks fan hater. His assist-to-turnover ratio is garbage compared to Jalen. His three-point percentage is garbage compared to Jalen. So we got to do better as Knicks fans in New York because we got to have some more pride. We got to go out there and vote. So let's go vote. Let's go Giants, and everybody have a great weekend.
Now hold on, because I interrupted my Prize Picks read to get to your call. So we might as well go through some of these picks here because By the Numbers, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you guys by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy for you first-time players out there in the chat. Make sure you guys go to prizepicks.com and use promo code KFTV, and they will give you an instant deposit match of up to $100. Very easy to play Prize Picks. You're going to pick between 2 to 6 players, and you can mix and match sports between the NBA, NHL. You have NFL playoffs, big wild card weekend coming up. You can mix and match players. It's very easy to play. All you have to do is choose which player and whether or not they're going to go more or less than the stat projection that Prize Picks has laid out for that night. Now, Maria, here's where I went on tonight's sheet. For the Knicks versus Wizards game, man, I had to go with my guy, Jalen Brunson. 33 points on average over the last 5 games after the hip injury. So I went with Brunson, more than 24.5 points, and he got me there with 34. Now, I also went I also went with Quentin Grimes. Grimes coming off the 18-point performance against the Pacers. I just thought that he was going to maintain his hot streak tonight, and I had Grimes with more than 10.5 points. He had almost hit that 3-pointer in the fourth quarter to get me there. He only finished with 8, but Grimes only going 2 for 10 tonight. I did not get that. History being made tonight at the Alamo Dome. Warriors with the San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio. I went with the chef, Steph Curry, averaging 11 3-point attempts on the season. I went with the chef to make more than 4.5. I thought he was going to put on a show. Steph Curry only finishing with 2. So I didn't get those. I got Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, OKC in Chicago with more than 16.5 points. Josh Giddey, who's been on a tear over the last month. He finished with 25 points, man. Kid is having an incredible sophomore season. And I got 2 more. I have Kawhi Leonard with the Clippers hosting the Nuggets with more than 26.5 points. Kawhi has 10 points right now, 6 minutes to go in the half. And then I have Jamal Murray with no Nuggets. Jamal Murray, to me, is going to have to shoulder that scoring load for the Nuggets with no Jokic. I have Murray with more than 20.5 points. And he's got 10 so far in the same game. So how'd you do on Prize Picks tonight?
You should have consulted me, though, because I would have told you to get that IQ lock, because IQ was an easy pick for me.
I should have went with IQ.
That was an easy one.
Wait, IQ?
Yeah,
IQ what? Point? You did what? Points and rebounds?
I took him on point. I took him on points and rebounds because I felt like they had points and assists and points and rebounds at the same number, but he's been averaging more rebounds than assists, and I felt like it was too easy.
Good.
He's been averaging more than 17 for the past 10 games in both those. They had him at 14-5, so that was easy. But then I picked RJ because I thought this might be breakout. Game number 2, he's going to come back. But they weren't looking for RJ. They were hating on RJ.
Julius and Jalen were going for that all-star bid. They froze RJ out the third quarter.
They're trying to get to Utah. Yeah, they're trying to pump the numbers for Utah. So I can respect that, but I should have known. So that didn't work. And then the Splash Brothers weren't splashing, so that kind of messed me up too. So I didn't even look at the rest of my picks.
Man, Prize Picks tonight. If you pick the six pick flex pay, they were paying out 30 times your money. So everybody was going for it. I think Will from LI was going for it, but wasn't meant to be. We'll see how it goes. But great call. Let's go Giants, and let's get a W on Sunday.
Let's go Giants.
Let's do it. And for those of you at home, man, for Prize Picks, play to win, but play responsibly, man. Go to prizepicks.com and use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. All right, back to the phones we go. Tom from Huntington. Tom, how you feeling, man?
Good evening. I just want to say excellent work, CP, as always. Definitely want to give a shout-out to Edgar for holding it down, because you're never solo because you got Edgar.
Yeah.
Number 2, want to give a shout out to everybody in the chats, JJ, Talento, Chuck D, all the regulars, for continuing to, just support the number 1 show for the fans, by the fans. You already know. And also Manscaped, come on. The body wash will set you free. Trust me. No testimonials. I know. As far as the game is concerned, you know me, rapid fire king over here.
Of course.
As far as the game, a win is a win. I'll take it. Julius, he scares me at end of games, especially at the free throw line. I get nervous because I never expect him to hit 2 in a row. That's what makes me nervous. They definitely cannot trade IQ. He cannot go anywhere. Yeah. I'd like to lock him up early. Why wait till his contract's going to go, expired? Like, let's maybe give him like a nice friendly deal because I think he deserves it. That's one thing. And as far as rest in peace to the guy that Julius dunked on. That was just disgusting. I spilled some of my drink on the floor when I saw that, so I just want to say that. Aside from that, and if we do trade to improve the backup guard position, it doesn't have to be a point. It could be just a combo guard. That's fine. We just need a better ball handler because I get nervous end of games when they start trapping. I don't know if you feel the same way because it's like once they start trapping Brunson, I'm like, we're going to turn it over or someone's going to do something stupid. Yes. But as far as that rapid fire, thank you for everything you do. Let's go Giants on Sunday. Let's go. Have a wonderful evening, brother.
Tom, always appreciate you, man. Let's go Giants indeed. Let's get it going, man. Tom from Huntington, always a great call. Shout out Maria on the call. Shout out to everybody, man. Great call so far. And let's keep the show going. Let's keep it going. Let me get to, I got to get to my guy, Mr. William on the check-in. Mr. William, let's go.
My brother was good. I know it's been a minute, but you know I'm always listening and watching. Sir. I see you on the SNY, and I see you doing your thing, man. I'm just so proud to see it, bro.
Absolutely,
I hope you're well.
Appreciate it, man.
Listen, bro. There's nothing that can really left to be said, so I'm going to pivot in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of an athlete, not just a Knick, not just NBA, not just, pro sports, period, who betted on themselves and got the biggest return, bigger than Jalen Brunson?
Yeah.
He could have stayed sitting next to Luka and been a straight G. He comes over here, doesn't just put up all-star numbers, but I expect him to get most improved player at the end of the season if he continues at half of the current pace.
Yeah.
He don't have to give me 5 games of 30. So my question to you is, brother, I keep this short, but I'm listening. Appreciate you, love you, bro. Always watching you.
Yep.
Can you think of an athlete who's done better for betting on themselves? I'm out.
Yeah, Aaron Judge. Just ask Aaron Judge, man, who shares the town with Jalen Brunson, what betting on yourself can do. Because after he turned down, what he turned down from the Yankees, I don't have the numbers specifically in front of me. But the initial contract that he turned down from the Yankees comes out and is the best player in baseball, the AL MVP, number 1 in every offensive category you could think of. Almost won the Triple Crown. I would say Aaron Judge. What do you guys in the chat think? He got an extra $150 million out of the deal. That's the only sport. That's what I would say. Aaron Judge. But that's not to say that what Brunson did is shouldn't be commended. Because it should. And he's been worth every penny for the Knicks. He's been worth every penny, man. Been worth every penny. He's a leader. He's got Julius to slow it down. Captain Clutch. They say he's number 4 in the league in clutch. I say he's number 1. All-star. Will he win most improved? I think they'll give it to marketing. Marketing has been outstanding. Brunson's been great. Don't get me wrong. I think they could give it to marketing. But Brunson is very much deserving of it. He's been that guy. 33 points this month. Put some respect on his name. And like I said, you can't go. There's no surefire way to take this guy out of his game. Maybe unless you throw in a zone at him. Let me see how he does against Miami's defense. They like to trap a lot. They like to blitz a lot on the pick and roll. Let me see how they do there. How he does there. But, you know, the way he gets into guys, the footwork, the angles, the fadeaway, he's so skillful. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. But yeah, definitely Aaron Judge. Christopher Jack says he turned down $215. Now he's got 8 years, $400. So definitely Aaron Judge was that guy. Let's go to, this was a clip from the putback with Ian Begley. Make sure you guys check that out. I was on the putback. I was on SNY like 100 times this week. I was working overtime. I was in the studio. Then I was with my guy Dexter Henry for a little short clip. And then I was on the putback with Ian Begley and Steve Popper. Steve Popper covers the Knicks for Newsday. And the topic of Quickley and the Quickley trade came up. And I'm going to skip my part because my part was pretty much that the Knicks shouldn't trade Quickley at this moment because he's too valuable to the team. But this was Ian Begley's comments on Quickley from that show. This was Ian Begley, our guy, courtesy of SNY.
On Immanuel Quickley, that was earlier this season, and obviously the way he's played recently, I'm sure a lot more teams have interest in Quickley now. But I was told that as of late, teams that have been in touch with the Knicks, you know, got the feeling that they're not trying to gauge a market on Immanuel Quickley. They're not out there aggressively seeking conversations, looking to move him. I don't think anyone's untouchable on this roster. Obviously, you guys know that. But in terms of their willingness to listen, I think they were more willing to listen earlier in the season when we talked about it earlier than they are today. And I think that tells you a little bit about where they are with Quickley, and they've got that extension potentially this offseason. CP.
Fourth best defensive rating in the league. So according to Ian, they'll listen, but they're not just out there. They're not aggressive in terms of Quickley, as they should. That's the proper stance to take. If you're going to be pushing for the playoffs, as Maria said, this is the most important piece to your bench right now. So to me, unless you're getting something comparable or better, like you're putting Quick in a package deal for something, which I don't think they're going to do, I think he stays. And then you take it into the offseason and you figure out what type of money you're going to give him. I'm sure he and his team are going to be looking for a starter to start. And with the start comes starter salary. You know, part of these rotation decisions and who starts, who doesn't, it's dollars and cents as well. There's a lot of factors. Yes, it's fit and it's talent, but it's also dollars and cents when you're trying to assemble a roster and ensure continuity and stability for years and years and years. It's a tricky game, man. The business of basketball intertwined in the business into the X's and O's and the wins and the losses. Very, very interesting dynamic. Politics, as Jason Aravalo said in the chat. Politics. No doubt about it, man. It's fascinating stuff. Fascinating. 2,100 people in the chat. We got 500 likes. Let's get those likes up, man. Number one show for the fans by the fans. Nobody's coming close to these numbers, man. We got the best show out here. We got the best fans out here. We got the best supporters out here. So make sure you guys continue that support and hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Throw your cities and your countries in the chat as well, man. Let me know where you guys are checking in from, and I'll shout you guys out. CP the Fanchise on the Solo Dolo. Knicks get the dub. They go to Detroit on Sunday. Sunday's show, the Detroit game starts at 1. We got something called the Giants playoff game going on at 4:30. Very, very important in the city of New York. We're going to do a post game, right? We don't miss post games here. Hella high water, we get it done. But it's going to be a rapid fire post game. They're going in Detroit. It'll probably be a bum night, like Jay Boogie says. They probably win by 20. And we could do a rapid fire post game and get to the Giants game. Shout out DJ Just Jordan repping JA. Salute, salute, salute. Sean Wilson, 757, man. Shout out to VA, man. Used to dribble down to VA myself. We got Thinking Kingdom Media, South CAC in the building. Dinosaur Jones says BK Philippines. Okay. Salute, man. Salute to Edwin P. Repping Haiti and BK. Let's go. Tamarack, Florida, by way of Queens. J-Star, how you feeling? Jerry Sasuke, Alaska in the building. Okay, we all over the map, man. We got Michael Jansen checking in from Guyana. Okay. Cheppy Logo says Guatemala. Let's go. Yeah, man, let's get those likes up. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Let's go to Shamik, North Carolina. Shamik, how you feeling?
I'm all right, big dog. How you doing, man?
Good,
How
man.
you doing?
Good, man. Good to hear from you.
Oh, man. Likewise. Oh, man. On the prize picks, man, Mitch killed me. I just needed him to hit one free throw, man. That's it.
You
just
went,
one.
what was the number for Mitch tonight? Was it a half or 1.5 free throws?
A half.
Ooh.
A half.
Oh, man. And he's been doing a little bit better, too, man. He's been doing a little bit better at the line.
Yeah, he killed me tonight, man. And Grimes killed me, too. I needed him to hit that three, and I could have had that 600 easy, man.
Yeah, you mean JD needed that one for a perfect sheet tonight. He didn't go for the 6 for 6, but he went for the 5-piece, and Grimes hurt all of us tonight.
Ah, man. But listen, man, overall win, overall great win. Only thing that concerns me, man, this is the only concern I have, man. Tibbs' rotations and the minutes that he plays these guys, man. I appreciate what he has done. He's got us balling, man. Mm-hmm. But I think it's going to be at the expense of some of the players, and we're going to be burnt out by the time the playoffs get here, man. I still think we should get iHeart out of here. Listen, he got to go. Yeah. Reddish got to go. Rose got to go. Man, listen, all those. Maybe we could package all those players for a great piece like a Jordan Clarkson or whoever. Yeah. But Julius Randle's been balling. I know I see a lot of hate for Julius Randle. Mm-hmm. He keeps me alive on the prize picks, by the way. Some rebounds.
Rebounds. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he keeps me in there. But, man, overall, I think we just might need to – maybe teams could change it up just a little bit, but he's just that stubborn, man. I don't know. What you think about that, man? Rapid fire. Peace, blessings, and positive vibes your way, brother. You're doing a great job.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it as always, man. Look, I think it's just going to be a is what it is situation. You know, a lot of people hit me up tonight, man. My cousin hit me up. Like, a lot of people in the chat. What's good with Sims? People want to see Jumpman Sims in the building, man. And it's just not going to happen. Once Obi came back, I already knew that Jericho was going to be the odd man out, unfortunately. And he's not even on a situational stance right now. This is iHeart's job. This is iHeart's job. So we could do the free Sims thing, but it doesn't look like Jericho's gonna be freed. But he's certainly jumping out the gym, man. And Jericho going to Georgetown practice facility and almost takes his head off at the rim. And then check out when he lands. Damn near shatters, almost breaks the floor, bends the floor. That's Jumpman Sims, Tarzan, man. The kid is a hell of an athlete. Rube, my OG, Rube in the building. How you feeling, man?
Happy New Year, my brother. All
Happy
blessings your way. Great, doing a great job. Awesome, man. Awesome.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it.
I know it's been a minute. We got to catch up. I know it's rapid fire.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I just want to say I was going to come to the event during the holidays, right before the holidays at MSG, but I end up sending my pops.
Yeah.
With Darius. I don't know if you got a chance to meet my pops.
Man, listen, man. Of course, man. Me and the OG was vibing. The OG came to the party. How old is he again? 85?
Yeah, he's 85. Yeah,
unbelievable, man, bro. I was blown away, bro. I was blown away, man. Your pops was in there rocking with us from beginning to end. He came to the free throw contest. It was great, man. It was great to see him out there vibing.
he told me he had a good time. Thanks for showing him love, man. You know what it is?
Yeah.
They live in Florida, and my mom's isn't doing well health-wise, so I gave my pops the tickets to go as a break and as a treat to him because he hasn't been in the new MSG in years. So, you know.
Yeah, I got the picture up right now, man. For the people in the chat, I got the picture up. This is Ruben's father, 85 years old, came to MSG to rock with us for the KnicksFanTV Knicks Omni Fan event. And it was an incredible day, man. Shout out to Darius, too, for the camera work as well, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Now, real quick on Rapid Fire, listen. You know, ever since I've been calling y'all, I've been saying this, and I'm going to stay true to this. We finally got ourselves a point guard, right? It looks like Brunson and Randall could be a good 1-2 punch. And if RJ could turn around and just be more than what not more than what we expect, but more than a decent outside shooter, we might have, I'm not going to say our big three, but a nice core that we can go from. So my point is, and then I know you got other callers. I'm not going to hold you. My point is this. We got a lot of nice young pieces, and I've always said it. Let's see what we have. Let's continue to develop. We made the big splash with Brunson. It paid off. I know I hear a lot of callers saying, give it to this guy, give it to that guy. But still, we're still bringing it together somewhat, and we're winning games. Let's just be patient because I'm going to be honest with you. I know we're not winning the chip this year. And next year might be suspect. You know what I mean? At best. So I just want to build to go forward. I don't want to break it down, go get pieces like we did a couple years ago with Fournier, which is a terrible signing. And he could see the door, definitely, in my personal opinion. But that's what I'm trying to say. We just need to keep building and go forward. And when all these guys, Durant and Curry and all these superstars leave the league, then we can make our run. That's all I'm going to say. The blessings to you. Hope to see you soon. Love you, my dude. Keep shining, man, like always. Appreciate you, all right?
All
God
love,
bless.
man. Good to hear from you, man. That's my OG Rube from New Jersey, man. Always supporting us. And as he said, these pictures that I'm showing to the people on the chat, people on the podcast can't see, but these pictures that I'm showing were from the KnicksFanTV Knicks Omni Fan event, Knicks versus Bulls outing on December 23rd of last year, man. We had a great crowd, and this is Ruben's father, man, 85 years old from Belize, came there, was rocking with us up into the Chase Bridge and the Freakdo contest and everything. So it was great to meet him and great to vibe with him. And shout out to everybody else that came. Shout out to my guy, Lindsay from Ohio. My guy, Lindsay from Ohio, pulled up on us with his family. He traveled all the way from Ohio to come to the Knick game and rock with us, man. We had fans from all over the place. We had got my guy from Maryland came in, other father and son tandems that came through. It was just a great, we had this guy here, a 7-year-old, bringing her to the game. She was so excited to be there and to rock with us. It's like I said, it's a family show, a complete family affair. And so be on the lookout for the next event that we do, because these are always fun, win or lose. We always have a great time, and it's just always a great outing. And, we always meet up at Mustang Harry's right there by MSG, grab some eats, pregame, postgame, and just hold a vibe. So great job, great outing. Muhammad from Dallas. Muhammad, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, CP. How you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. What's going on?
Yeah, really living up to your name tonight, man. CP the Fanchise. When the other star players are out for the night,
the show must go on.
Always that ones that holds it down.
The show must go on, man. 6 years and running.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. So shout out to you, man. You're doing a great job.
Appreciate it.
And I see this show. When I compare the Knicks to this show, to me, when Jalen Brunson went out with his little injury and RJ went down for a couple games, there was that one solid piece that you can depend on every night, and that's the franchise guy, to me, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to piggyback off of that by saying that Jalen Brunson is that guy. Don't get me wrong now. He deserves to be an all-star. He is that guy. But Julius took this team to the playoffs 2 years ago with Elfrid Payton. So let's not forget about my man Julius. He had a bonehead play at the end of the game, but that was more so, a ticky-tack. If you D up a guy off the inbound, you might touch him for a second, and he happened to go up at the same time, so it was a foul. Was it a bonehead play? Like, nah, but the result was terrible, obviously. So
yeah,
we could excuse him for that. We still got the W. But I really just wanted to touch on one more thing about the bench and what we're gonna do. Okay, everybody keeps saying forget about Cam Reddish. He's not gonna play. Okay, I'm not arguing the point that Cam Reddish is not going to play. Obviously, if we only had 6 players and he was the 6th person, I think Tibbs would just play 5 people the whole game.
Yeah.
So I don't think Cam is going to play. It's just that when you see a healthy, young, capable player on your bench that you could actually use, it's confusing as to why can't we play the guy? Why are we giving him the John Wall with the Rockets treatment? Did he do something to Tibbs or, so we got to get him out of here ASAP because I don't want to see him on the bench no more. Get me somebody who can play.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, CP?
Yeah.
But shout out to you, man. Hopefully we get that bench figured out.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. I'm with you. The Cam thing is puzzling. The Cam thing is definitely puzzling, but it just is what it is. I think Cam has played his last game as a member of the New York Knicks. I think you'll see Svi get in the game before Cam gets in there. So it just is what it is. You got to move on, My man said Julius, the franchise player. Well, yes, he did take the Knicks to the playoffs back in 2020, 2021 with Peyton. I'm telling you right now, Knicks make the playoffs this year, it's going through number 11. No offense to Julius. No offense. I need number 11 to be the star of the show. Jalen Brunson. This is Jalen Brunson's team. Julius is playing great. He's playing out of his mind. When it's money time, put the ball in number 11's hands. That's where I'm going. And everything else will flow from there. I'm going to 11. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But Julius is playing great. Let's go to H-Town. Let's go to H-Town, man. Jay, how you feeling?
Yo, what's going on, CP? Appreciate you taking my call.
Good.
Man, yo, and just real quick, sincerely, I just wanted to say you did a video about content creation, and I watched it, and it was something. I just wanted to say, yo, I appreciate you putting stuff out there because a lot of times people don't really put the real out there, and you really did. So
you talking about the one that I did with Rebel Road Studios?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that one's on the channel, man. Yeah, for you aspiring content creators out there, definitely check that video out. It was a good one. Thought it was a good one, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not doing nothing Knicks related or nothing, but I've always thought about doing this, so it was good to hear the ins and outs of it. So I just wanted to appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll probably do some more down the road for sure.
Oh, man, absolutely. If you do, I will definitely be on it. Mm-hmm. But I just wanted to say, man, the Knicks need to figure it out with Obi. Like, it's gone on long enough. And especially because I think I heard something about where the Mavericks wanted to try to jump up to that 8th spot to draft Halliburton, but the Knicks really wanted Obi. So I feel like if the management really wanted him so badly, they need to try to figure it out with Tibbs about getting him more playing time, playing with Julius Randle, like figuring it out, because he's the number 8 pick, and you see a lot of other players behind him that's producing. And it's like every time Obi has gotten consistent minutes, he's produced. So it's like the only reason, and I get it, the whole Julius Randle, nobody expected him to have the year that he did, so you had to pay him. And I get all of that, but it's like you have to try to implement Obi into that. It shouldn't have just been because Randle had such a breakout year and because we had to pay him, Obi doesn't get minutes. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So at some point, I hope they either figure it out and play him, find a way to get him into the system, so that he can be consistent and at the very least be our three-point shooter, our space in the floor, so they can give Julius more opportunities, things like that, and Jalen more opportunities to work, or trade him. Like, it's gone on long enough. I don't know what they're doing. But I just wanted to keep that rapid fire. Again, I appreciate everything you do, and I hope you have a good night.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, rate that call in the chat, man. Rate that call in the chat. Tomatoes or fire? 5s or 1s, trash or not trash? I think he's right. He's right. I've been saying this for 3 years. Got to figure it out with this kid. How do you gauge the return on your investment on a pick like this when he's getting 9, 12 minutes? Just doesn't seem like that is the environment or the scenario, the situation for him to succeed. He just seems like he's in a losing situation, honestly. He just seems like he's in a losing situation. Would you guys trade Obi for Duarte? That was a topic that came up. Shout out to Al, Game of the Week preview. That was a topic that came up. You know, Duarte, Pacers willing to trade Duarte. He's not getting playing time. You guys want to wing off the bench? Would you trade Obi in a package for Chris Duarte? Is that something that may be worth the Knicks' while? But then, if you do trade him, you got to figure out, you do need some size off the bench. You do need another power forward off the bench. Corey Hansen says Miles Turner. I don't think they do the Miles Turner thing. There were reports that they're still interested in Miles Turner. I don't see that. I think the Knicks are happy with Mitch. I'm seeing mixed reactions in the chat. Yes, no, yes, hell yes, no way. I don't know. My guys had a good point. How do we get Obi going? And is a bench role something that he could really succeed in? We're going to give him some time. He's coming back off the broken leg and whatnot. I'm give him some time. But it's just unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. Speaking of a Knicks draft pick and a power forward, Kristaps, one of the stories of the game, Kristaps Porzingis reminiscing about his time with the Knicks. And this guy sounded like he was homesick. Now, he did a Q&A with NBA.com. Should have did it with KnicksFanTV, but he did a Q&A with NBA.com's Mark Medina. And Mark was asking Kristaps, why don't you think things worked out with the Knicks? And here's what Porzingis had to say. He says, could I go back and do things differently? For sure. From our side, I was hurt. If I kept playing, it would have been completely different. I'm young and listening to people and what they're telling me on what I should do with my career. You don't know any better. That's how things went at that time. I can only say really good things about the organization. I love playing in front of New York and the fans. What things could you have done differently? Kristaps says, I don't want to go into too much detail, but how things went with the communication wasn't my style. My style would be different with whatever needed to be done. Maybe it was nothing. My style would have been different either way, but I was wrong. I was going with the flow. Here's Mark Medina. Much was made about you missing your exit interview in 2017. Kristaps interrupts him and say, do you think I came up with that? And he laughs. It is what it is. So it sounds like, maybe is this a PR ploy by Porzingis to make nice, to extend the olive branch? But it sounds like a guy who regretfully allowed his brothers to own the situation. A young Kristaps at the time, this is 5 years ago, and allowed his brothers to handle the situation, and seems like he has some regrets. Went to Dallas, went to DC. That's not like MSG, man. That's not like MSG. And remember the whole thing. For those of you that were fans of this show, I mean, the news came quick. It was like Ramona Shelburne, Kristaps is meeting with the Knicks. And then Woj, Kristaps meeting with the Knicks, Kristaps requesting a trade, Kristaps has been traded. It was literally a domino effect within like 2 hours. And all of a sudden, he was gone. So it seems like he's throwing his brothers under the bus. Look, to a certain degree, I can understand it. He's young. He's naive at the time. He feels like he's his brothers, right? He feels like, hey, my brothers are representing me. They got my best interests at heart. If they're saying we out of here. Kind of similar to like LeBron and the decision, right? LeBron had kind of came out and said, well, may not have been the best thing to do, but at the time, it's him, it's Mav, it's Rich Paul. They're trying to think of out-of-the-box ways to present his brand and to build his brand, a young LeBron James at the time. So they did that. And the NBA hated his guts for it. So, Porzingis seems a little bit contrite there. But now you got all these Knicks fans. I mean, when we posted this thing on Instagram, you got Knicks fans now looking to make a trade to bring Kristaps here. Here's my guy Kaz from MSG. He says, let me go ahead and look at his contract real quick. You got Knicks fans missing KP a little bit. How you guys in the chat feel about this? Are you missing Porzingis? Are you saying good riddance? Do you forgive Porzingis? How you guys feeling about this tonight? Right, the truth will be out there. Remember that. Remember that when after the trade was made and we were kicking him out the door and Kristaps dropped a cryptic Instagram story that says the truth will come out one day. So what was the truth? Now he's coming out and saying, well, I would handle it a little bit differently. What was the truth? Like a few good men. We want the truth. We can handle it. Junior Caroma says, screw him. Very interesting. But do we owe Phil Jackson an apology? Follow me on this. Do we owe Phil Jackson an apology on this? For all the things that we hated Phil for, he wanted to get rid of Porzingis. Go back to the draft of 2017. That morning, the rumors were circulating that the Knicks were interested in Lowry marketing. They were talking to Boston, talking to Phoenix for a trade that would have involved Porzingis, sent him to Boston. The Knicks would have somehow gotten Devin Booker, and they were looking to use their draft pick to get Lowry marketing. Phil wanted marketing. Was Phil right all along? We could have had marketing and Booker on this team. Running the triangle. Running the triangle. Was Phil right all along? Do we owe Phil an apology? You be the judge. But Phil said this kid is not durable. Let me get the other guy. And because these things, how these things play out, when you're going into the draft, you're calling multiple teams. You have multiple scenarios set up. Hey, if this happens, let's do this. If this happens, let's do this. I'm going to you. Marketing was picked one pick before the Knicks. What if marketing was still there? Would that trade have gone down? But in typical Knick fashion, marketing gets picked one pick before by Minnesota, then gets traded to the Bulls, and the Knicks pick Frank Ntilikina. We can never have nice things. We can never have nice things, man. We went from getting marketing and Booker in a blockbuster trade to Frank and Kristaps on a torn ACL. That's the life of a Knicks fan for you 2,000 people watching in the chat right now. That's how we roll. We dream big and get peanuts. We dream of a porterhouse and get a Big Mac, quarter pounder with cheese, 1/3 meat, 2/3 filler. Pause. Just how it goes, man. We get finessed. Shout out to TM. So yeah, that was KP waxing poetic about his time in New York. I like KP. I did like KP, man. I thought, when we drafted him, that year that he was having before he got hurt, he was having an all-star year. He was ferocious. Double-doubles, block shots. Remember that? He was on a run. He was on a crazy run. Crazy run. Yeah, and then before you know it, he's out the door. So, that's the segment on KP. You be the judge. A couple more calls before we wrap up. Great show, though. D-Lo from Louisville. D-Lo, how you feeling?
Yo, what up?
How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling all right. Yeah, see Julius getting that work in the post tonight.
Yeah, that was ferocious, man. Ferocious.
Yeah, that's what we need. He made a couple of mistakes, but as long as he stay on that block more than he shoot threes, then he'd be straight. Now, we need Eric. We could use Eric Gordon. He only got 2 more years left. I mean, Cam Reddish ain't doing nothing. Fournier ain't doing nothing. Down to make the trade.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, I think Eric Gordon can definitely help the team. Now, if they want a first-round pick, I'm not doing that. Definitely not doing that. I'll give him a 2 and, a conditional 2. I'll give him a conditional second-round pick or 2. But definitely not a first. But, yeah, Gordon can help this team. No question. Let's go to Kyle from D.C. Kyle was at the game. Kyle, man, what's good? How was the vibes?
Yes, sir. Am I coming in crispy, CP?
Loud and clear, man. Talk to me, man. What's good?
My man. Yeah, before we kick off, man, you're my Hampton University brother. I'm a fellow alumni.
Let's go. The real HU. Put some respect on our name.
The real HU, baby, Paul. That's right. That's right. So, yeah, we've had some convos in the YouTube comments and things of that nature. But, yeah, man, I just got back home to Northern VA from the game.
Okay.
My daughter had the KnicksFanTV snapback on, my 9-year-old.
Nice.
So, we left there happy, you know what I'm saying? But, as you say, it's a cardiac affair every night with this game. No easy wins, no blowouts, none of that business. So, we have to kind of sort of, clutch our chest at the end of the night. But I want to talk about the backup center situation, man. Like each of my kids, they're 12 and 9, and they can see that Hartenstein's not providing anything in the areas of rim protection, rebounding. He's damn near a 7-footer. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we doing here? You just got a human body out there just taking up space. I definitely would like to see Sims get some more minutes in their backup capacity there. Hartenstein obviously doesn't have much trade value. Stevie Wonder can kind of see what's going on there. But, really, as soon as Mitch gets into foul trouble or needs to get, a breather, it's like, I'm just sort of holding my breath, watching the other team sort of get back into the game and such. So interested in your thoughts there, but love what you're doing. Hit that thumbs up for your boys, everybody. Thanks for squeezing me in at the end of the call here tonight. And much love goes out.
Appreciate it, man. We always got time for fellow Hamptonian, man. The real HU, man. Make no mistake. My guy Michael Yancey.
I heard the Primo shout out earlier too on the club promotion tip. So I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, shout out to Primo, man. Yeah. Shout out to Primo. If you're ever in the DC area, go to the park on 14th Street. Holla at my guy Primo, man. That's my brother right there. And also, he's a State Farm agent as well, man. So holla at him for all of your insurance needs. Right after this, I'm going to text Primo and tell him I gave him a free promo, and then I'm going to charge him. But he's a good guy. He's a good businessman. And he's a stand-up guy. He didn't even know I was doing this, so I'm going to call him. And I've been giving him prize picks advice, too, so I'm going to call him and send him an invoice. Shout out to Primo, though. That's my guy. The real HU, man. Shout out to Hampton, too. Okay. Oh, let's go to Eric from D.C. He was also at the game. I like these calls. Eric, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, CP?
You got a 516 number, man. Are you from Long Island or are you on a burner phone? What's going on?
Born in Queens.
Okay.
Grew up in Long Island. Been in D.C. the past 6 years.
Okay.
Past 6 years, I go see my boys play anytime they're in town. 2 times a year. Tonight was the first time I saw them win.
Nice.
So we're hyped tonight.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, man. First time, long time. I appreciate all you do. We'll keep it real quick tonight. I agree with the last caller. I'm sick of seeing I Heart on the court. Makes me real grateful for Mitch. He didn't have a great night tonight, fouled out early, but you saw the impact he was having, and he's a special player in this league. I don't think there's a lot of other guys like him.
Yeah,
shout out to him.
I agree.
Shout out to the Knicks fans. It was loud in there. It was real loud in the Capital One Center. We always bring the heat. And last thing, real quick, is that I listen to your guys' show every night. We talk a lot about the nitty-gritty rotations, the minutes here and there. And I just think, I'm kind of grateful for this team we have right now. They play hard.
Okay.
I remember how painful the past 10 years have been.
Mm-hmm.
We're hustling out there, working for the coach, playing a little bit at a higher level than our talent would suggest, I think. I think just keep it going. We got all these draft picks. Let the guys develop, maybe get an old head in, like Eric Gordon, someone who's got another 1-2 years while our boys kind of develop a little bit.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. Glad to hear from you. Yeah, look, like you and the last caller, a lot of people got issues with the Hartenstein situation. He's not going to give you any rim protection. Barely going to give you any defensive rebounds. Now, tonight he did fairly well on the boards. Tonight he finished with about 7 boards. So I did think he was hustling 4 offensive, which was good. Defensive rebounds, a lot of times he gets out-muscled. He does a lot of silly stuff as well. Got called for some a silly loose ball foul. Tonight I didn't think he was too bad. But overall, I've been disappointed in his performance as a Knicks so far. And even more disappointed because I made the recommendation to bring him in. But you never know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. He could improve his play and really lift his second unit. But yeah, for the Jericho Hive out there, I think you're gonna have to wait a little while before we get Jericho back into the mix. Just is what it is, man. Just is what it is. Okay, last call tonight. Let's go to the closer, J Boogie. Let's go.
Salute. 3 capital S's, bless.
Oh.
Buddy, I just want to say, man, shout out to all the greatest fans that is in the NBA league that be traveling, going from city to city, state to state, you know what I'm saying, repping that orange and blue and making more noise than what's being heard in them other people's arena. Shout out to all you people, man. Blessings to y'all, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And shout out for everybody that be running around and rocking and representing the Knicks Fan TV, man. Appreciate the love. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I ain't supposed to be calling tonight because, for real, Washington use a bum. But one thing I want to say, thank you, Washington, for going ahead and grab Mr. Taco, Johnny Davis, so we didn't get him. I'm so appreciative of that. Thank you, because he was on our radar. We did not need that guy with him and his tacos. Thank you. But what I want to say, man, and share with you all people real quick, man, is understand this. We got an all-star. We got an all-star on this team. I'm telling you that, a big-time all-star. You know what I'm saying? Number 11. That left hand to get you took in the fake number 11 over there in Brooklyn. We got an all-star, a dude that wants to be here. He came here, faced the city, took his own head on. He paused, he relaxed, he calm, he clutched, and he ain't scared to stick his nose in on the defensive end, take charges, and he ain't shying away from nothing with the big plays of the game at all, period. We got a superstar, all-star in the making over here. What did we used to say? Come out, oh, man, he's 5-something. He's too small. We're giving him too much money. I don't want to hear none of that no more right now. You know what I'm saying? This guy turned down being next to one of the greatest players that is in the league right now, and Luka, you know what I'm saying, with a chance of them going to get a championship and say, no, I want my own thing. I want to go to New York. I want to go to NYC. I want to be the one that ain't scared to go to New York and build something around me and lead us to the promised land. That's what you call being a real soldier, man. Thank you, Brunson, for doing what you're doing, man. We love and appreciate what Julius is doing. Love RJ, he's back. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of great things to be grateful and thankful, because at the beginning of the season, we ain't even supposed to be here compared to what the record, the schedule was showing us. But now we might can be talking about the, you know what I'm saying, JD Burgers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to the team, keep doing what they're doing, and shout out to that Big Blue. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really pretty much watch the game. I'm a little hoarse, but I just finished laying down that anthem. And yes, my boss, man, he has it. Maybe he'll play it for y'all on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's a Big Blue dedication anthem to the New York Giants. Stand up, stand up, stand up. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? So salute, 3 capital S's. Everybody have a great weekend. Keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate yourself. Enjoy yourself. And to my man that called early in the week, you know what I'm saying? saying that he's going to the Atlanta game, I'll be there and I'll be in my Knicks Fan TV gear. You'll be able to find me. I'll be somewhere down Clutch on the floor. I'll also be in the building Martin Luther King Day in New York. If anybody comes through, holler at your boy, you know what I'm saying? I'll also be in the game. I'm going to try. This is a surprise, but I'm going to go ahead and blow it. I'm trying to get my man CP, you know what I'm saying, to come on with me and sit down. We're going to go to the Clipper game. I got a ticket for him. All you got to do is reach back out there. I got a ticket for you. We're going to see my man John Wall so I can have bragging rights with the Knicks.
Where are you talking? In LA? Where are you talking? In LA or at the Garden?
Everybody, man, keep doing what you're doing.
Where are you talking the Clipper game? In LA or at the Garden?
Nah, it's on the 4th. It's right here. It's on Saturday.
Okay. All right, yeah, hit me. We might have to do that, man. We might have to do that.
Yeah, it's already in the making. It's already done. I'll be there with my family. Me and my family, we going to the Philly game and hang out with PJ Tucker after that. Those are my people. So if y'all see them, give me a jersey. I'm not switching over, though. You know how we can switch things around. That's my family. John Wall is my family down here. PJ Tucker is my family. Y'all know I breathe New York Nick all day, man.
Let's go.
Man, we can go sit up, man. We going to sit up, man. Matter of fact, 5D, right there behind the scores table, man. Maybe Clyde won't do no foul language. It is a family show, you know what I'm saying? But bless you. Y'all.
All right, Jay Boogie. I'm going to hit you up, man. Peace. Jay Boogie with a Friday night serving, man. As good as it gets. As good as it gets, man. Salute to Jay Boogie. And salute to the Knicks on this win, man. 112-108. Good win. Did what they had to do. 24-19 on the campaign. 5 games over 500. And that was led by Jalen Brunson, man. Another outstanding night. 34 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. On a rapid-fire play rating, I got to give this man a 10. What do you guys think in the chat? What are we giving Jalen Brunson for his play ratings tonight? I got to give him a 10. Yeah, quality of opponent isn't there, but, I mean, he's averaging 33 points on this month. Coming back off a hip injury, and he hasn't skipped a beat. Arsenal just... incredible. I'm giving him a 10. It's an easy 10 tonight, man. For Julius, I'm going to go with an 8 for Julius. 23-16. Key block down the stretch. I thought Julius was great tonight. And the body on Daniel Gafford. Matter of fact, I might have to bump Julius up to a 9. Yeah, I got to bump Julius up to a 9 for the body. What do you guys giving Julius tonight? 1 to 10. I'm gonna give Mitch. I'll give Mitch a 7.5. 10 boards, 5 and 5. 5 on the offensive side, 5 on the defensive side, 3 blocks. I might even be 8 worthy. I'll give him a 7.5. He fouled out. What do you guys giving Mitch tonight? RJ. I give RJ 7.5. I didn't like his defense on Kuzma. Might even be a 7. I didn't like his defense on Kuzma tonight. He was getting 8 up. But he did get a shot back in the second half and was able to get some timely buckets between third and fourth quarter. Yeah. What are you guys giving RJ? I see 7 for Mitch. Okay, I'm in the ballpark. How about RJ tonight? What do you guys think about RJ? Grimes. Give him a 6.5. Shot wasn't there. I was looking for the shot to be there, but I liked his defense on Kuzma. 2 dimes, 4 rebounds. I still like his defense on Kuzma. I give him a 6.5. And I'm giving Quick an 8.5. I thought Quick was outstanding tonight. Unsung hero. As I talked about, man, with the Knicks up by 3. Immanuel Quickley accounted for 9 of the next 11 points in a 2.5-minute stretch in the fourth quarter. Quickley was great. His pace was great. Got us out in transition. Drew a lot of contact. Just made smart play after smart play after smart play. I thought Quickley was great tonight. Can't give him a 10 because that's Brunson territory. But I thought he was great. Leading the bench with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 dimes. He's getting his shooting touch back. Tough shots, man. Quickley was great. Nice off-ball movement as well. He found Hartenstein for that dunk, as I just showed on the replay. Very timely, in sync. Yeah. So that's where I'm going with player ratings tonight, man. What do you guys think? Salute to the replay gang. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. And let me read the super chats that have come in. Salute to everybody that donated. Definitely appreciate the support. Okay, super chats. Shout out to Jub. Interesting name. Says $10 super chat. Says, I don't know if this is unrealistic or flat out stupid, but I like to see the Knicks trade back for Porzingis and possibly bring in Gary Trent Jr. I like how that looks. Brunson, Trent, RJ Randall, and KP. I wouldn't necessarily say it's stupid. I wouldn't say it's stupid. I would just say, are you willing to pay the price to get those guys in here? John Smith, $5 super chat. He says, do you think we are learning to close games? I mean, look, every game is a teachable moment. Every game together builds chemistry. You would hope so. You would certainly hope so. You got a long season left. Michael Brookfield, $8 Australian super chat. Says Obi can't score in the half court. He just runs around like a gazelle. Get him out. They got to get him out and running. Ryan Mammal, Chuck D, $5 super chat. Says the Mosh was saying the Knicks need a free throw coach. Keep it close. Just call Clyde. He'll be screaming from the sidelines on bold-headed plays lately. He has. He's like, what are you doing? He wasn't feeling that Julius foul on the Kuzma 3 at all. He's like, what is going on here? Shout out Swanye, Lamar Jackson, Porter Carroll. Appreciate it. Ooh, hold this L, $5 super chat. CP, you was right. Dud pick. OG Mark was right. Obi can't work the second unit. Come on, I can't wait till I get back on the Discord. Shaq from Saudi Arabia. Oof. No comment. Shout out to Gamma, $5 super chat. Says it's go ahead and give Brunson the title, the mid-range chef. Unstoppable. Shout out Justo Ramos. Low from the Bronx says JB's an all-star. Looks like they're learning to hold leads. Refs try to give them the game. IQ looks like he found his game. Julius Randle's been balling. Still scares me at times. RJ balling. We have a good team. Michael Brookfield says, love the spread of minutes between RJ Grimes and IQ. Need a wing at the deadline. Bad to cover Kuz types. Oh, to cover Kuz types. How about Trey Murphy from the Pelicans? We have no shot at Trey Murphy. He's the present and the future of the Pelicans. But yeah, you know, we could use a wing, but those guys don't come around like that. But you got draft picks to make it right in the off season. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, great show. CP on the solo dolo tip. Support our sponsors, people. Support our sponsors. Go to manscaped.com. Enter promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. Go to prizepicks.com. Enter promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match and a deposit of up to $100. Remember that this show is available in audio podcast format, all the major podcast platforms. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify as well. It goes a long way. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share these videos, all those things. We appreciate your support. We need your support. We need your support. We got 58,000 subscribers. I want 58,000 more. And we're going to keep working until we get that. So your support is critical, and we appreciate it. Make sure you check out a lot of the SNY content that I did this week. The In Studio, which is on the channel. I put a couple clips up from the putback on this channel as well. You can check it out on SNY's channel or on the KFTV podcast. And also the clip I had with Dexter Henry. So that's that. I see you guys Sunday. Matinee affair, Knicks versus Pistons. Let's get another one. Jalen Brunson, the truth. We out of here. Peace. Shout out to Knicks Chick. We out of here.